Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the Dallas Cowboys. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Foles. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Here we go. 180. Max 15.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Let him go by a little too easily there.
Well, that's what we saw on film, isn't it? His head goes down oftentimes when he goes to punch, when he's trying to block. And when you do that, you can't see your target. He went right past him and made the play.
51.
On 2nd and 11 now. Foles got an open man. It's Ratley. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2.
Under. Box truck. Check 50. What are you?
Foles. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
We'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Clayton. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Come on, set. I'm coming out to you. To you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll drop the throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a give right side. It's Clayton. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. On 2nd down, it's Clayton. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's 3rd and 9. Mike 57, Mike 57. Right here.
He'll drop to throw. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 24 yards.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They keep it with Henry on 1st down. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups. Check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Now Foles. The pass complete. It's Bird. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
15. Pick me up. Here we go. Pick dash. Come.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Big Leonard Williams there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Foles.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. On to screen pass. That's complete. And to the 46 he goes and no further. So he is well short of the first down marker. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
They're going to try and throw. Incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. So the first play of the drive, they strike through the air and score.
A lot of coaches like change of possession as a time to go ahead and strike. And that's what we saw there. Ball turned over, first play, right to the end zone.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd and 4. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. There he goes left side. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over. Now a hit and a loose football. And they can't. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Dallas Cowboys.
I'm glad we were paying attention during the rules seminar because we learned the only time you can't advance a fumble like that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. And that's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where a touchdown, don't they? Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So now 2 pick-sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
But number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
Let's go.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick-6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? On 2nd and 11 now. Foles. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And he's going to go down again. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They go play action here on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now back to throw. And he'll find Hall. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Derrick Henry. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd and 5. He completes it to Henry.
Usually the offense has an answer to anything a defense throws at them, including a safety valve, and that's what they did on that play. They went there, but the defense still made an excellent play and held them to no gain.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as they stop him. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha. Hey, check. 3 down.
He'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll throw now on the the final play. Going up top. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around? Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Javon Hargrave picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down. But now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Let's go now. Tricks out of the ending. Watch the run. Watch the run. Ball trot.
They'll set up to throw. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Clayton. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 18 on that one, and it's a Dallas first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Running from the gun with Henry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds back near their own 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Bravo.
They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
That's a real nice job right there. Working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. To throw on 2nd and 10. Foles. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Crunch time, defense. Check. Hey, sound one. Check. Check 37. Check 37. Hey, goal. Sound goal. Sound goal. Here go.
Here's Foles. And that is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. That one goes for 36 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. A nice little juke. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Foles. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And it appears the offense is going to try this again. They've yet to convert the first 3 times on 4th down, but they're going once more.
Hey, Silver. Hey. Right, fellas, right. Let's go. Hey, sound one. 15, Mike, 15.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Check 6 guys.
They're going to look to throw. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
And those gloves, they do have a little grip to them.
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 16-yard line.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Mike, 57. I want that. Give me that ball, defense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5. Now they get a 4th quarter pick, a little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over.
Tighten up. Switch. Alert flare. Yes. Hey, watch it. Yes,
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to loft one. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. 22 yards there, a first down.
Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Back to throw here. Throw left side complete. It's Clayton. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They'll run on first down. Clayton. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 8. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit, being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for them. Now a hit and falls, loses the football. It's It's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
It's a loss of 2.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
180. Watch 2. I got you. I got you. Let's go.
Now Foles. Making the catch is Sternberger. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Escapes the sack. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
That's it, baby. We go work.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this? And now here's another interception. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He's got Smith here. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one goes for 24 yards. A first down carry for Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready up. Single. Here we go. I got it ready.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The open man is Smith. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A much better effort we're seeing from him under center this week versus last week when he threw 4 picks.
He has thrown the 1 in this game, but you're right. When you cut it down from 4 the previous week, and we always talk about adjustments, well, he made some in practice. and he continues to work on it during the game. I'm sure he's getting plenty of reminders about how to stay in the moment, stay focused on the task.
And he's got him in the driver's seat here in the fourth quarter. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head. But
that's
the
about
virtual guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and it'll bring up third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And he will not be able to get away as Foles is taken down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Despite being 0 for 4 converting these so far, I guess you're going to say 5th time's the charm. They're going again on 4th down. Now back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank.